Morning, everyone. Just wanted to give you an update on the new shop. We've progressed a lot as far as the excavation and the fill goes. We're over 220 yards of fill at this point, which has put us over budget. Big surprise, right? Because that's the way it goes. And we are finally ready for a slab today. So we got the area completely prepped, leveled off. What we did was the town requires, I don't know if it's a town ordinance or the state ordinance, but the new energy code, supposedly, we have to put 2-inch rigid foam R10 underneath the slab. So we went ahead and dropped another $2,000, you know, which wasn't in the budget, but that's okay. We'll get there, and put the rigid foam in. Went ahead and put the haunch. So there's a haunch, so it's a 6-inch slab with a thickened 1 foot minimum edge on it with rebar in it as well. They got to go through and just double check the forms on the outside. I went ahead with the tractor last night and staged a bunch of dirt around the outside of the form so they can kind of rake it up to their forms and not have any blowouts during the pour. As you see, I put a little form here. And this is where the entry door to the building is going to be. So you have one slight step up into the building, and this will be all filled in around here and tapered up to the building. So this is the highest spot around, which is nice because you don't have to worry about water getting in this thing ever. I did another little slab on the other side for my oil tank for my heat on the other side of the building. So that'll take care of that portion as well. Waiting for a phone call from the town. Been kind of playing games with them as far as them not telling me when they're coming out. It's pretty frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. When you have concrete coming, it's ordered, and they literally will call you that morning and tell you when they can come out. Not really for the people. We're all busy, but you got a schedule, so you guys got to work with us somewhat. But anyway, we're just waiting for the town, hopefully this morning, and then it's the concrete guys to do some final prep. And then we're going to throw in, it was an estimated 33 yards of concrete with fiber in it for this steel building. But it's probably going to take more like 38 yards because the haunch in the front and a few spots we had to lift it quite a bit. So we'll get there. It's just a matter of the waiting game this morning. All right, there it is. Inspection done, complete. Just waiting on concrete guys, and we're in. This don't happen often, but the scales weren't right, and we got extra concrete. So that's what happens. You make a burnout pad. That's what we're getting, a burnout pad. Now's the waiting game, so we can start the power trowel. 6 inches thick in the middle minimum, and 12 to 14 on the edges. We got a pad for our oil tank, an entryway, and since we got extra, which is a huge bonus at no cost, which is even better, that don't usually happen, we threw together a 10 by 12 burnout pad.
Yep.
And we now have a 10-inch thick burnout pad adjacent to the shop. How cool is that? This is complete for a speed shop now, buddy. Burnout pad with tie down anchor in the new shop. Oh yeah. Gonna let it set up and hit it with the power trowel. We just gotta keep timing that and making it. All right, guys, end of the day. Concrete trucks are gone, all 4 of them. It took quite a bit. Again, it was a 33-yard pour, and they sent some extra, and we ended up with a burnout pad, which is pretty cool. The thing is smooth as glass. They still have to come back and do the relief cuts and pull the boards and everything. It's a holiday weekend, so I might not see them till beginning of next week, but we'll see. Let me show you. There it is. She's actually radiating some heat. So it's supposed to rain after midnight tonight, which would be nice because it'll cool it off and slow it and cure it and get it to be harder. But it's very, very, very smooth. I don't know if you can see that, but the finish is awesome. And we got fiber in it as well. So we did fiber. It's a 6-inch thick. It's all marked for the relief cuts. They'll be making the relief cuts as well. And we tapered it for my door openings. Again, I'll have to pull the boards off. We got our entryway door. I wasn't able to get this thing smoothed out super smooth, but we were able to get our emblem in there, and as well as our burnout pad, which wasn't planned at all. And so that kind of really worked out. It's a little rough, but you know what, it didn't cost a dime, so I'm sure we will use it. All right, once it's cured and I can walk on it and he does his relief cuts later this weekend or beginning next week, I'll give you a final view of it, and it's on to the next step. All right, guys, it is the next day. Foundation company was here and stripped their forms off and went ahead and made the relief cuts in the slab itself, and it came out awesome. Super, super, super smooth. Obviously to hit full cure is like 28 days, but I mean, it's pretty damn hard right now. As you can see, we got the tapers where my garage doors are gonna go. 2 10 by 10 doors, and we have the entry pad as well. Again, this is 42 wide, 36 deep with a 12-inch haunch, which is a thickened edge and rebar around it. And honestly, it's even thicker than that. It's a 6-inch slab, but it was averaging around 7 or so. So plenty thick. As far as the lift goes, which is going to go over here in this bay, just something to keep in mind. And I verified with the steel manufacturer that when you do your slab, the size of the slab is in fact the size of the building. So 4236, that's the size slab you pour. 4236, I verified it like 3 or 4 times to make sure that it was in fact the size that they wanted. All right, guys, and that brings us to the end of this episode. If you have any questions or anything what we've done so far on this building process for our steel building that we got coming, go ahead and drop a comment, and I'll see if we can't get an answer from you, because we'll learn together from it. I've already learned a lot, and I'm trying to document the whole build. So this was the foundation and getting that in and done. It is done now. We have sent the photo to the manufacturer, which now they'll put us on their schedule as far as getting it erected, and we're having them erect it, and I'm hoping for August, maybe September. So we'll see. Thanks for watching Flipping Customized.